give the different taste, including the salty ones and also the sweety ones. This kind of pancake is the most distinct local cuisines in this area. You can have whatever you want, and you can actually procure all the stuff you need at one time. For the food, it is radicating. It's actually covering the areas with the diameters of 20 kilometers. All the people comes here to procure their food, and even we welcome the visitors from Shandong Province, and Hebei Province, and Henan Province. And this is the cold noodles made of rice, and it's also one of the intangible assets in our local area. Let's take a look about how it's been made. And in this kind of an iron plate, we try to bake it. What are the fillings, and can tell us how did you cook it? We have the soy sauces, the pepper and peppermint, and also the garlic sauces, and we put it with the salt, and also gingers, trying to make sure that one of its flavors has been mixed. And moving into the right side, we are using the iron plate to bake it, and the fillings and taste are quite good. And I am the 6th generation of my family to cook these special noodles. I believe that you have quite good customers in this market fairs. Yes, it's one of the best sellings here. And you can smell the good taste even from a distance. And we put muttons and beef inside. I believe that this is the beef. Moving into the northward, you are also going to see a lot of other different food vendors. We are a city with a lot of intangible assets and good food and a lot of ancient heretic areas. We believe that our beef here is a city-level intangible assets, while the noodles are a country-level intangible assets, and also the tofus. The tofus is one of the 3 treasures in the Weichuan city. If you come to our city, you must have a taste of our tofu. Let's look at them about their performances here. What's the difference between the tofus here and also the other different tofus? I think the size is large, and you can also use a rub to get a hang of it. Can you show us how did you cut it and what is it and about? The tofus are as hard as a brick. You can also see that we put the whole curd inside. And Mr. Liu Junxian is the actual inherited barriers here with us today. This is a 2-kilogram tofu for sales. And the tofu we saw every day is a soft tofu pieces, but we are actually putting it outside, and we call it the Zhengzhou tofu. It is very tasty. You can put it in soups, and you can also put it in noodles and cook it and also fry it. So can you tell us how did you make the tofu? I think the tofu went through 18 different procedures. And you can just put it with a hook, right? Yes, it's a quite tight taste and the texture is very hard. We have the both best soybeans here in this country. We also have the best water qualities. That's why we have such a good tofu, because making the tofu means that you need to combine the best water qualities with the soybeans. It is a very large chunk. What is the weight of this chunk? I think it's going to be 25 kilograms to 26 kilograms. And all of these tofu lovers from Zhengzhou, from Beijing, they drive here to buy my tofu. Tourists here are coming specifically for your piece of tofu. What are the feelings? What are the sales numbers? Every day, I sell 200,000 kilograms of this special tofu. It is the end of this year. Everybody is preparing their tofu for their spring festival. So we have to prepare for these spring festivals, and it's a very warm site. This is a very unique features. Can I have a bite of it? Can I taste it directly? Let me take a bite of it. The soybeans, the flavor of the soil spread inside of me. So what is it here? This is the lunar tofu, another type of tofu here. And you can also throw the tofu on the ground. Could you show us how did you make it? No, it's not going to break down. Would you like to buy a piece of this, buy a chunk of this tofu? It's the best tofu in the world. And it's not like the soft tofu. You can also see here, it's quite hard. The textures are very tight. And the tofu is never going to be splashed. No matter, and you can also put it in your noodles, put it into your mutton soups, and also cook it and fry it for the new year. This is what we call the lunar hot tofu. You can mix it with the fillings. And you can also put it in the soups, and this tofu is also being for sales. This is the tofu soup. You can drink it directly with a bowl of it. You can also see the fillings here. The ginger soups, the soybean sauce. I think it's very good and very tasty snake. Let me also take a bite of it. Very delicious, I would say that. It's also very good for your digestions. The mixings of the soybeans together with the peppermint can create a brand new flavors. We have talked about the tofu's invention. It is the best in the country. We also have the best muttons in the country here in this market, right here in this market. This is what we call the pancake filled with beef and sesames. The pancake here has a name. means that when in the ancient Chinese times, when the soldiers are fighting at the battleground, they can bring this pancake with them. And this pancake is as hot as their shield. So that's the reason why it's being called the shield pancake. There are 7 to 8 layers inside of this pancake, and it can be stored for over 1 month. It was first designed for the battleground. My pancake here, it has, if you mix it with the flavors, well, the seasonings and also peppers, it's also going to have a brand new flavors. There are so many salty features. A lot of them are going to buy it. And I'm also going to give it to my relatives and also friends as a gift. It tastes of salty and quite enriching flavors. I have touched it. I feel it quite hot. And also we put a lot of seasonings inside, making it very rich and very good taste. And here it is the beef. I have seen a lot of beef sellers. And this is one of the major features for the beefs. The top 3 tasted cuisine here. These are the beefs. What are the features of new beef? This is the local beef and slaughtered by the local peasants. And you can see that the meat itself is a very soft texture. It also takes very long time to prepare this beef. I've seen that it takes 5 to 6 procedures. Do you put a lot of spices inside? I put around 20 different spices, and I cook it for 4 hours. What is going to be the texture of it? It's very, once you bite it, at the first bite, it's also going to make your mouth watering, and after you chew it, the flavor is going to be dwindling inside of your mouth. Let's look at the wonderful texture of this piece of the beef. It is deeply cooked. The beef, I can think that with the beef here at this shopping market, you can also bring it home. Because at my home, during the Spring Festival, everybody eat the beef. And in the Spring Festivals, how many kilos do you sell for one day? Every day, I sell it for 300 RMB to 500 RMB. So I have a quite good income during the Spring Festival. Everybody is preparing the food for the Spring Festival. And do you sell it out every day? Yes, I sold it out every day. Thank you so much. And this is one of the spicy sauces here that we made here in Zhengzhou. And it's being cooked on site. What are the fillings inside? We have the local peppers, and we also have the soya beans to brew here. How long does it take? Generally, it takes 4 hours for me to cook it out. Because without 4 hours brewing, I cannot instantly, I cannot make the flavors out. So how long have you been cooking today? I've been cooking it since the start of this morning, although I've been cooking it for only 2 hours, but I believe this flavor spread in the market. I believe a lot of customers come to me because I'm actually cooking it on the site, and the flavors is spreading in the whole market. I also sell it on the e-commerce platforms here in China. You can also buy my soy sauces here in the e-commerce platforms. Let's move forward to check. And these are the foods, and there are other different foods here. We also have the freshly cooked pans. And we also have other different farm equipments here. These are the traditional equipments. And we have bought it all here with us. And we buy it for 10 RMBs, and also there are also sales for 8 RMBs. You can bargain in this market, and this is also one of the pleasures for touring around in the commercial fairs. Here on this side of the market, we have the commercial fairs. And let's move this way. Through our cameras, I don't know whether you can feel the atmospheres on the site. Everybody is hanging out with their beef at their right hand and with their pancake on their left hand. We also have the different soy sauces and different we also sell the toys for the kids, the potteries, the chicken, the flowers welcoming the new year. This is a farming equipment market. Moving that side, it is the vegetable sections of this fair. This is the poultry sections. You can buy the chickens freshly, the chickens from. These are the rice noodles made of the sweet potatoes. It's have a good taste, and you can also put it in the hot pot. And also put it inside of the steamed cake, steamed bread. These are the carrots, Chinese cabbages. We've been only touring around these commercial fairs for the proportion. We can also feel the different categories of it. And Mr. Wang, relying on these commercial fairs, what kind of reputations do we get locally speaking? Every year, I believe that the market's sales total revenue of around 200 million RMB. And we are also areas with 8 to 9 different tourist spot sites. Tourists comes here and they tour around in the tourist sites. They also tour around these local fairs. And we also have the Hongta temples, blessing people with good health. And I think that this is the best place to visit, with the temple blessing you and with the best food is offered locally, freshly cooked. In order to incentivize the local economy, the local government has formed a special work group. And our leaders come here to provide the best services. And also, we have equipped the local routes with the police officers in order to avoid any route traffic incidents. While we, as a government and as a service provider, we manage the sites and the routes and the traffics, we are trying to provide the best public services. Now I'm back at where I started, on the street. There are candies celebrating the new year. Candies of the different taste. Which one of it is the best? The sesame candies. And the other candy has not added their full-time, freshly cooked pancake. This is the choice of everyone. We also have the freshly baked oils, the sesame oils adding. And I think that this is the commercial fields occupying for 100 mu of the land, acres of the land. These are the local sculptures. You can buy it and bring it back home for the celebrations of the new year. The customers definitely like it. We are going to wrap up the live streaming today, but I have a question for all of you that comes to these Weichuan counties in Henan Province and enjoy the flavors of these market fairs. I believe this kind of market fairs not only incentivize the local economy, but also becomes one of the major attractions here. And if you are interested, come to Henan, come to Weichuan market fairs. Thank you so much for joining us today.